Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of two live broadcasts. So my wife says I need to button my shirt. Welcome to two live broadcasts today. And I just want to remind all of you that the month is over tomorrow, but there's still lots of time for you to enroll people into your business. And my God, we're off to a great start for the summer. So let me pop over here. Now, for those of you that missed what we did last night I started to introduce some explosive prospecting texting tactics and went over a couple of script examples that will have you talking to more people. Now, let me scroll down and look to see who's here. Looks like we have a couple of new folks, so I want to welcome you. July starts the beginning of the second half of the year. And when you are positioned correctly, you can have faster results than you've had in the first half of the year. So add up all the money that you spent on leads, on ads, on traffic to websites, all the money that you spent on anything technical. And that's the amount of money that you're going to save the rest of the year. Because there are some very simple things that you can do that I'm going to demonstrate that will enable you to enroll better prospects in less time, build a highly motivated team over the summer. Your business does not slow down over the summer unless you do. And one of the tools that you're going to use to speed up the process is going to be the use of GIFs, moving images. And last but not least, become a leader and a top earner in your company. You can finish the year at a higher level with a bigger team. And we'll all roll in the new year, New Year's Eve, and a totally different place in your business. We're going to be sharing with all of you the missing piece to the LinkedIn and Facebook sales puzzle, and it changes all the time. Last Sunday, LinkedIn added a new piece that's going to make it easier for you to pick out the best people to talk to. LinkedIn's added new features and made many changes. And you can transform your profiles into marketing magnets with 5 simple profile tweaks. We went over 2 of them last night. Now, while the content of your profile is designed to resonate specifically with your ideal prospect and positions you as the unique advisor and expert that they'd want to know, your posts will capture their attention and compel them to want to learn more about you and your business. I can't emphasize enough the power of posting, supported by a strong profile. When your personal profile on LinkedIn and Facebook positions you to be perceived as the person that can solve the problems of your prospects, you can enroll 8 out of 10 prospects instead of 1 out of 100. Say goodbye to the days of exhausting yourself by talking to endless prospects who don't buy what you're selling. The old 3-foot rule is dead. anyone that's breathing within 3 feet of you is a prospect for your business. No. You know so much about the person on the other end by simply reading their profile. To know who you want to talk to and who you don't. Now, when most people join a network marketing company, they're taught the old school method of getting started. That doesn't work for most people. Sound familiar? They're told to make a list of 100 people that they know, their warm market. Then they're provided with a script and then encouraged to call everyone on the list and tell them about their new business. How many of you experience the same thing? The results for most people are often very discouraging. As a matter of fact, it can be so discouraging that they begin to question their wisdom of getting into business with you. Was that your experience? Think about how this approach affects the people that you bring into your business. And the truth is, there's a faster and easier way. But they're encouraged to keep going with motivational mantras like, you have to get out of your comfort zone if you want to be successful. So keep calling, don't stop. Successful people do what other people don't do. To be successful in this business and in sales, you have to go through 100 no's to get a yes. Every no is one step closer to getting a yes. So keep calling and go for no. Was that your experience? It doesn't have to be that way. And now LinkedIn and Facebook are making it even easier. Thanks to social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn, there's an easier and a faster way to get started in your business that eliminates the rejection that comes with that old school method. And it works even better today than ever before. There are more people on LinkedIn and Facebook. Every month, 10 million professionals are joining LinkedIn. Why do you suppose they're doing that? Today, you can help your new recruits make a few sales immediately on Facebook and LinkedIn before they make their warm market list and start making calls. But first, your profile has to be set up so that people will want to talk to you. I'm going to change screens. Pop over here. And let's take a look at Mike. So Mike, welcome. Do you see yourself here?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Which one are you? Third one?
Third one.
Okay, let's pull it up. Oh, you're in my neighborhood. Let's take a look at the profile. Now, it looks like you're just getting started on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a connection request so we can be connected. Okay, so you worked for FP&L for a long time. So what are, let me just take a look at something here. So welcome back. It looks like you were in our October boot camp. And so Mike, what are you trying to market? What are you trying to market and sell?
Well, right now, I just got it with a company called Transact Card. It's a bank card. Um, and it's multi-level.
Isn't that in pre-launch?
Yes.
But I just heard about it yesterday. And I think when you first jumped into boot camp, you were in 7K metals.
Yeah, still doing that.
Mhm. Well,
But,
you know, and how you doing in that?
well, I've just been basically buying precious metals, not really have a team or anything.
Okay.
Tried to
Well, you
speak to
know,
my close circle of friends, but
mhm.
never took off.
Well, you know, Mike, with the economy the way it is today, with more people than ever before watching the value of their money shrinking, there are a lot of people that are working with metals companies, 7K Metals, Mint Builder, that are doing very, very well. And frankly, your search criteria is going to be different than for people that are looking for an opportunity. In other words, you'd be looking for people that are successful. Frankly, you know, they're earning a living and they're looking for safeguards for their income. And so your criteria in searching for people would be different. But this is a very good time to be in your business, to be in that particular business. So a lot of things have changed since I think the last time you were in boot camp was back in October of 2020. There are going to be some things I'm going to show you that would dramatically make it easier for you to build your business. And I love success stories. So I'm going to pop up here and I'm going to bring up. So there's some things clearly that, you know, you need to do with your profile. Let me come over here and bring up Sam. Now, Sam is a financial advisor, and he's been doing this for a long time. And he's built up a list and a following of people, and he's looking for investors. Now, you're just getting started. So your search for people would be people that fall into that category of people that are looking for ways to invest. So, for example, we go over here and we look for investors. On LinkedIn, there are roughly 886,000 people that put themselves in that category. This would just be one group of people. You could actually reach out to anybody in real estate, in insurance. And the basic script would be, after, you know, once you make the connection, it's nice to be connected. You're canvassing all of your connections on LinkedIn to find out how they're being affected by the economy, and are they concerned about the shrinking value of their money? And if they're concerned, what are they doing to protect it against inflation? And that's basically the way you start conversation. So what happened with Sam you're in a different category because you're just getting started and you've only got 3 connections. So we need to build up that list of connections, but by the same token, there are going to be people. They're going to be people that you work with that, let's say, FPL. Look at all the people on LinkedIn that work for FPL. There's 22,000 people. So people in your realm, I mean, everybody's concerned about what's happening with the economy. And this, of course, is just one area. And for those of you that are students, what you do is you go over here to your network and you go over to your connection. So I've got 10 first level. It's funny. The other day I did this and there were 9,700. So I guess they put everybody back. So I've got 10,000 people that I'm directly connected with. What Sam's doing, as Sam goes up, you go through your existing connections and he's searching for investors. Now I have 669. He had several thousand. And the results that he's having is outrageous. Let me open this up. So he sent me this in April. It's hard to believe and let's see, when did we start? I think we started in, he sent me this in March. It's been crazy 2 weeks since our last coaching session. I sponsored over 12 people just with the call with you. I've been busy onboarding the new team and training them. I have been on Zoom for almost 5 to 6 hours a day. So what we did when we were working with Sam, and we gave him some, I said, this is what we did. He had 4,700 connections in March. We went in and we looked. We saw 200 were investors, 1,200 were business owners, 41 were bankers, 16 are in Forex, and 281 were financial advisors. So 37% of his connections are serious prospects. And working off of that, he went back and he reached out to these people. Now, it's also important when you're talking to people that you develop scripts and posts. You also have to come up with a clear explanation. When you ask somebody what they do, they're going to come back and answer what you do. I've enjoyed a successful career as a financial advisor to wealthy clients and a mindset coach for over 22 years, and I also got an internet business. The important thing that I want you all to be aware of is the importance of posting, putting things out there that the people that you're connected to will resonate with. Realistically, if you're sending out 2 messages a day, 5 times a week, in a month, we're talking about 40. 3 months, we're talking about 120. So you're going to build up a repository of 120 that you can recycle. It's called spaced repetition. things like best preparation for good work tomorrow is to do good work today. It's not about ideas, it's about making ideas happen. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Progress has little to do with speed, but much to do with direction. To get rich, you have to be making money while you're asleep. You will either learn to manage money or the lack of it will manage you. So what is he doing? He's posting things that would resonate with the target audience that he's trying to build relationships with. It's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. And so sending out things like that is going to work for you. I shared it with them, one of my coaching students. Please tell Max that I'm doing well with my UK-based affiliate program. Thanks to his coaching, being active on LinkedIn, and wishing someone a happy birthday. 4 months ago, I just had my first $12,000 month. Now every one of you is heading down the same road. Your profile sets you up for success. And then it's a matter of continual activity. Continual activity. Mike, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the chat, let me find it, our July boot camp starts on July the 6th. And I'm going to pop in the chat a link to our register for our July boot camp. And what you can do, use the promo code best deal to reduce the price. And you're going to get immediate access to the June boot camp. Now, the July boot camp has an extra session. So as soon as you register, you can pop in here and watch the recorded sessions of the June boot camp so that you could get going right away. You've got the profile guide, which will bring you up to date on all the new things that have taken place. And you have a scripts book. Now we're in the process of updating the scripts book. I've got 14 different case studies and great conversation examples that we're going to be sharing with everybody. And I want you all to notice that today is National Camera Day, National Handshake Day, and then moving into July, that holiday. What's going on there? In July, we got the 4th of July. Interesting. Where do they come up with these holidays? International Kissing Day. I would stay away from this one. National Fried Chicken Day, World Chocolate Day. This one is my favorite, National Pina Colada Day. So all you have to do, go on the internet, National Pina Colada Day, and then put GIF, because you want a moving image. We go over here to images. So we want moving images. Today is National Pina Colada Day. And they've got all kinds of moving images, and you want moving images, because moving images get more visibility. So you find something that you like, and add a little flavor to it. Post it. Just wanted you to know. In 4 days, it's National Pina Colada Day. Now, all of this activity starts conversations with people. And that's what it's all about. It's all about how many people you're talking to. And there's no shortage of people to talk to. Let me So now it's all conversation. So I'm going to demonstrate how the process works. Let's gonna log out of my account. Now, you don't have to be a top earner to be working in our boot camps. The idea is you want to become one. Anne is already a top earner. And she's built a huge organization in her business without social media. So now she's here to learn it because she gets it. You can build your business faster. So let's come over here and let's take a look at Chuck. Now LinkedIn's going to save everything. All right. So look at all you know. So Chuck, my mission is to put your needs first and make sure you're successful. Well, how does he do that? Who does he work with? So you come down here. Now, whoever did it wrote this in third person. Mr. Good exhibits a rare and contagious enthusiasm for his profession. So he's been doing this for 13 years. He's also an opportunity wizard. And he's also a teacher. Now, there's no obvious need, but right out of the gate, you know that anybody that's been teaching for 25 years knows all about network marketing. So off the cuff, your basic strategy would be, in having a conversation, is to find out during all of the time that he's been teaching and doing these other things. You know, most of the teachers that I meet that have been teaching for as long as you have all worked with network marketing companies to generate an additional stream of income, what network marketing companies does he work with? We're not selling, we're just trying to learn more about him. Okay, so this site is dedicated to helping you be the best that you can be. So what kind of professionals does Chuck work with? His mission is to help people become successful. Well, that's what Ann does. We have things in common. All right, so you reached out to Chuck. He wrote back right away. A minute later. So how long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? So what is it that you're looking for out of LinkedIn? Now notice, he's qualifying you. Let me unmute Ann.
Morning, Max.
Good morning. So again, right out of the gate, you hit him with the second message, which is perfectly fine. So I'm on LinkedIn to expand my network of like-minded professionals. There you go. Most of the professionals that I've connected with that have your experience teaching and consulting have all worked with a network marketing company to generate an additional stream of income. What network marketing companies have you worked with? So it says, in truth, I have always worked at a grassroots level and spent time learning and sharing at symposiums and internet events. This way I can pick and choose who I work with and not have a lot of time wasted talking to people who end up using a lot of my time. Well, I can certainly relate to that, and so could you. But he didn't answer your question.
No,
Okay.
that's why I asked you to look at it.
Right. So what you do is so look at his answer. I have always worked at a grassroots level. So who does he work with? What kind of professionals does he work with? Would be an interesting question.
Right.
So we come down here and you could say, to that, so who I wish to work with. So if we want to move the conversation along, we look at that last answer. And the question would be, remember, we ask open-ended questions that start with the words who, what, when, where, how, and why. What kind of professionals do you work with? Period. Now we're going to come back. Now, what we could have done here, in fact, let's Let's delete this. So we're going to delete this. And then we're going to come back. Now, I use term network marketing referring to companies like Amway. But we're not going to ask him what experience he has. What kind of professionals do you work with? Commodore. It typically doesn't take more than 4 or 5 questions to learn whether the person on the other end is really a candidate for your business. And that's all we want to do. So we don't waste any time. Let's look at Malcolm. And you're going to notice the more people you talk to, the more obvious the pattern appears. So we'll look at Malcolm. So he's a business owner. So he owns a bed and breakfast. He's also a carpenter. All right, now here, there's no obvious need.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so he's asking you what MLM business are you aligned with? So what you're going to do here is you're going to come back and you're going to tell him, I've worked with, my company for 15 years. I have one of the top earners or leaders in the company. Tell him the name. And then you're going to ask him what MLM companies have you worked with? We're not trying to sell. We're looking to see if there's an opportunity to sell. And then we come back over here. Now, Jamie is your hot prospect. Right?
Right.
Now
Yep.
she's looking at your posts. Okay.
Mhm.
So okay. So what we want to do, this was 2 days ago. So let's find something that we could send her. And I'm going to look them up on.
And she also posted on my feed as well
Mhm.
yesterday.
So let's. Come down here a little bit. And I just saw one that would really be good. See, where is it?
I'm not seeing what you're looking at on the
I know,
screen.
I know, none of you can see it.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to come over here. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Well, that didn't take her long. She's looking at it right now.
Right. That's
Right.
amazing. Yeah.
So again, patience.
Yeah.
Patience. You know, I know, man, you want to write back, hey, did you, what's up with you? Blah, blah, blah. No, patience.
Right.
Okay. Now you may end up sending her these for the next week or so. Now we could come back next week and we could say, so how did you, hope you, how did, we could, Monday, we could say, what are your plans to celebrate the 4th of July? But we're not going to talk about the business.
Right.
We may come back and we may say, hey, man, I hope you've been well. Because remember, she's looking.
Hmm.
She's looking. And a casual comment can be, man, especially at the end of the month, man, I sure wish you were in my business. Business, is great, but it's going to be subtle. She knows what you do. Now it's a question. No, you haven't told her about the business, have you?
No.
Okay. So let it sit.
Okay.
Because with every post that you're putting out there, you are building relationship capital.
She's just commented on my comment that I posted yesterday on the news feed.
Okay. So if we go over and look at your posts,
That was somebody else's post that I commented on.
Ah, okay.
I replied or I commented, give
What
them
did you-
roots and wings and see them fly.
And what did she say?
Okay, hold on. She just liked it. That's all she did.
That's all. Okay, so if you're going to respond to something that someone does, don't do it in the feed.
Okay,
Bring up their profile, send them a little message. I'm glad you liked my post. But you only want to do that if you can ask a question,
okay.
all right?
Yeah.
So let me pop out of your account.
Thank you, Max.
You're welcome, and we'll take a look at. Folks, it's all about conversation. It's all about conversation, and you got to have patience. So Bunny is talking to someone. So this is a woman that's building that house. She's not going to be done until July. Well, July is right around the corner. So that's it. I love getting to know my clients. Okay. So right here, what does your husband do? Question right at that. What does your husband do? Counting is actually my favorite. I like going through the books. You're not looking for somebody that likes to count numbers. Okay. All right. So what you can do here is, come back and you could say your employer was lucky to have you. And then what does your husband do? Simple, it's easy. It's a natural part of the conversation. And let's come out of here. I've only got a few minutes. We'll jump into Debbie's account. And we're looking at Melissa. Now here she is. Okay, now I had a question that came in the mail yesterday. Let me. For some of you that are coaching students and wanted to know about the group coaching program that we started, and where group coaching would benefit you would be that you work with 3 other people. So group coaching is either on Friday afternoons or Saturday, and I believe the Saturday one may already be filled up. So you work with 3 other people in a specified period of time, over a 6-week period of time. So it's all about learning and doing. But when you compare the hourly rate for it, in many cases, it's less expensive than coaching. And what it does is it gives you extra time. So if you're interested in more, write to support@maxsteingart.com, put group coaching in the headline, and Callie will get back to you. Okay. Slow. It's going slow. So here's somebody who, she's a recruiter. And she worked for David Bridal. David's Bridal is going out of business. And she stopped working there at the end of April. So it's only been 60 days. So you could come back and you could ask, what kind of jobs are you looking for? That would be the easiest way. All right, we will be back at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless.